I think if you're getting crazy ass service, you can match that energy. And I say that as someone who has worked mostly in service. I think if you walk into a restaurant and the host doesn't acknowledge you, you can give them the like, hi, hey, I'm all for it. And there's a lot of this dialogue that it's like, well, you really know who is a good and a bad person from how they treat people in service. See, this annoys the hell out of me. And I know it's well-meaning, and I'll tell you why it's annoying. It's very patronizing to people in service. I think you should know if someone's a good or a bad person by how they treat people. And all a server is a person. That's just a person talking to you. It doesn't matter that they're in service. So everyone who thinks they're really eating by being like, how you treat people in service, you're already putting them at this lower point than you are, being like, don't kick people when they're down. They're already lower to this point. Look what they have to do. Look what they have to do for money. And can you blame them? I mean, just like be nice, right? No, this is just a human being. And if they are treating you with base level respect and they're at their job and they're doing their job, there's no reason you should demean them because you shouldn't demean anybody, right? So we don't need to say like, you really need to treat ditch diggers well. You just treat people well. And I think making that distinction, it says a little bit about how you view people in certain jobs and employment. I know that the reasoning and excuse for that is that it's like, well, they have to be here and it's their job. And if you're rude to them, they have to let you be rude to them. First of all, no, you don't. The good thing about working in service is, so it doesn't pay amazingly, as you know, right? It's not a humongously, amazingly good paying job. And there are tons of them. They think we're a dime a dozen as employees. These jobs are a dime a dozen. So frankly, if someone is rude enough, I'll just tell them about themselves. And I have done, and I will lose a job for less. So, we're a sturdy bunch, and I don't think we need this like infantilizing, patronizing, like people in service, don't kick them when they're down. Don't kick anybody when they're anything, right? I mean, I definitely have had way too many experiences of just like weird and rude and just aggressive and like kind of like seem mad that you're there, but still happy to take your money service. And so I'm matching energy. Like pretty recently, I went to this bakery that I really love in Austin, and I've just been going since it first opened. It's right here in East Austin. It's a small business, and I really love this place. And then recently, there's just been this one guy who, when we come in, like, I'm not necessarily like the most like gregarious, like golden retriever energy. I'm definitely more of a black cat. I'm also like, I think my Africanness, like culturally, I'm a little bit more formal with people I don't know. Like, there is a little bit more of like a polite distance that like I'm used to. So like, believe me, I'm not having any expectation of someone to be like Sally Miss Sunshine. Like, I don't want to have a parasocial relationship with anyone working behind a counter. I just expect someone to be like regular and polite, right? So me and Charlie, my husband, would go to this place, and this guy, like Charlie is a lot more golden retriever than me and a lot more friendly. So while I might just go and be like, hey, good morning, we're gonna have, Charlie is more like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? And this guy would just like look at him like, fine. Like, anyway, what do you want? Like, insane. Like, God forbid you give someone a greeting. He didn't ask you like, for your social security number or like, what you want to be when you grow up. Like literally, hey, how you doing? Why would you work a front-facing job if you literally don't want to talk to someone at all? Like, I know plenty of people who do prep. I know plenty of people who work behind the scenes in restaurants. Like, I don't know, man, get a skill because customer service ain't for you. But that pissed me off. And so, I've been matching energy ever since. So now, he's maybe seen us like be more friendly with other employees. And like, the owner is always really nice and says hi to us and says hi to the dog. And I'm never going to use this as a flex. And I'm not a Yelper, but I have noticed that he's like tried to be more friendly from seeing that. And I'm not having it. You want to keep it cold and cool. We're going to keep it that way. And I'm going to match that energy all the way.